Hey guys, an anxious man here. As you can see, I'm currently backing my car out of a spot. I was at the fountain place where I get my water. Just leaving now. I just finished applying Purell to my hands and taking off my gloves, taking off my bandana, you know, the things we have to do now when we go outside, just because we're worried about whatnot. I hope the audio is pretty good. I was going to use my other camera, but I had to leave it home because I have to take some shit off the memory card before I can record anything, as you do, those of you guys who use cameras. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video of me actually out and about. Today it's raining here on Long Island, so I didn't take the bike out. And the one obstacle that I am still trying to, I don't want to say overcome. It's not that bad of an obstacle, but I'm just trying to grapple, is my sleep. I'm getting sleep, but I'm not falling asleep until about between 3 and like 6 in the morning. Even yesterday, I rode the bike for an hour. I did maybe 6 or 7 miles. You know, not a ton. It's my second time on the bike. I'm trying to break the bike in a little bit. I haven't ridden it. I haven't ridden it. Here we go. There's my education. I haven't rode the bike in years, so I'm just getting used to it. I'm also trying to break my body back in because nicotine. I haven't done much other than work, which is quite a good workout. Even work, I haven't worked in like 5.5 weeks, so I'm trying to break myself back in to physical exercise, getting out, getting sunshine. Yesterday I rode from my house to a park that's about 2 miles from my house, maybe a little more. Went around the lake, kind of rode around in the open air, and then rode back home. Like I said, total 58 minutes, and it felt good, you know. You're like, I feel like my body's like getting rid of like all the, especially being out and about, there's a lot of pollen in the air. I am having like, you know, minor, very minor, like allergies, just like runny nose, stuff like that. But just like the breathing and the movement, you know, my nose is running and coughing up phlegm a little bit, and but it's just from like actually like breathing in the pollen in the air, and then it goes away after like maybe like an hour or two. But yeah, just, you know, I talked about this a little bit last week. I kind of showed the video of me riding through my neighborhood a little bit while I was talking over it, because the audio, even yesterday, I put that camera in like those protective cases, like the GoPro case, and still the audio is just trash. And I went online and people were like opening up the camera, taking out that little shit microphone that's in there, and like soldering wires. And I mean, I did just order a soldering kit for another reason, to fix this jalopy that I got here. But to make this like giant external mic, which I'm not gonna do, I'm just gonna figure out something else, or, you know, just record and then record voice over it. Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to show I'm out and about. I'm in my car, I'm driving. As you can hear the wind, and I'm kind of talking a little bit louder because I'm not sure how good this audio is going to be. I got the case on my phone. For those of you that watched my last video, the case was off my phone for weeks, and because I'm not going out much, and I don't really need the case on my phone, and the phone fits better into these apparatuses that I have here to record things. And then I took it out on my bike and I put it in one of these apparatuses, and it slipped and fell and actually broke the screen for the first time in 6 years. So I ordered a new screen, and I'm going to do it myself. I might record that too. That might be a fun project to record. You can see my frustration, watch me just really break my phone forever, or fix it. We'll see. But, you know, getting out and about doesn't really have to be for those of us with anxiety who maybe are able to work from home and are just like really cocooning in. Like, I'm not working from home, but I know how I know how the anxious brain can, even if you're in a positive state of mind, even if you're feeling quote unquote good, how you can easily get very comfortable in routine. And if that routine is not going out, not seeing people you know, as much as you want to see them, as much as you might want to get out, the anxious brain will just rationalize why you don't have to leave, you don't have to go and do anything, you don't have to see anybody, and you can become very reclusive. And I'm speaking from experience. Just the idea of knowing that I'm going to see my girlfriend again, I'm going to see people again, I'm going to go into their houses and be within 6 feet of them and touch them, you know, whether it's a handshake, a hug, a kiss, whatever it is. And to be completely honest, like, the thought of that under the current circumstances makes me nervous. I think it's a natural reaction. I think it's completely justified, but I'm battling between, like, you know, at what point will that go away? Will it ever go away? You know, I think yes, but that thought is there of, like, you know, when is it going to feel good? When's it going to be okay? You know, because then you can, like I said, the anxious brain will just create these variables and scenarios that aren't necessarily impossible, but they're highly unlikely. And it's sort of it's like a trap. You're trapping yourself with, like, logic loops, if that makes sense. I think people with chronic anxiety understand what I'm talking about, where it's, you know, okay, windshield wipers, give me a fucking break. Anyway, you know, you'll say, like, well, I do want to see this XYZ, and then also, what if this happens, and then what if that, and this, and then all of that. You just create scenarios, again, that aren't impossible, but are extremely unlikely. And wow, okay. It is raining, and I got it on the lowest shuffle, whatever you want to call it. And still, these wipers are old. They're probably 3 or 4 years old. And I work for Safeway. I could get wipers. I mean, I'd pay for them. I could get them easily. They're in my van, sitting in front of my house. Anyway, but yeah. So just get out and about. Don't push yourself to, like, I need to go to the mall and surround myself with people who may or may not be wearing masks and may or may not be taking this seriously, and, you know, all those psychological. That's a trap. That's not a goal. That's more of, like, setting yourself up for failure, possibly. But also, you know, if you feel like you need to push yourself to make yourself feel better, or to, like, prove something to yourself, there's no real, you know, there's no real right way. There's a million right ways to do it, but there are wrong ways to do it. Like, don't push yourself past your don't put yourself in a position where you're going to give yourself high anxiety or panic. That's, I think, the wrong way to do it. But if you have a bicycle and you haven't ridden the bike in a long time, or never have, or used to do it a lot and haven't since it started, go around the block a few times. Just start somewhere. There's that, you know, the whole entrepreneurial, like, if you wait until you're ready, you'll never start. I do believe in that. I don't believe that you have to be starting a business right now, or do anything specific right now. However, your mental health, your daily, you know, mindset, your headspace is important. It's important for the here and now in the moment, and it's important for the future. I mean, you're gonna have the rest of your life ahead of you. You know, whether it's days, weeks, months, years, decades, whatever that means. You know, so it's about, to me, and like I said, if you gotta take baby steps, take baby steps. I'm a big, huge fan of baby steps. Check out the movie What About Bob? Shout out to those who know what I'm talking about. Baby steps. Just, you know, do something small. Go take a walk. Go to the gas station. Put a mask on, put gloves on, go buy a fucking soda. Just get out and about. And you'll see, like I said, it's not that this isn't serious or real. Anyone who's claiming it's not serious or not real, or is really just being disrespectful of people who lost loved ones, because people did lose loved ones. I know people who lost loved ones, and it's sad. And when this is all over, I think the mourning process is going to continue, because I feel like right now, even though people are, I'm sure, have been or have been dealing with mourning loss of loved ones, it's really not going to kick in until, you know, we're back to a quote-unquote mundane routine, and then now you're doing those things without your loved ones, and not just sitting at home or living this, like, quarantine lifestyle. So people who are disrespectful of all that, very serious. You should take it seriously and be safe, but also push yourself a little bit, not past the point of no return. But you'll see when you're out here, people are driving. I go to the fountain place once a week. I get 6 gallons of water, which lasts me about 5 to 7 days. I try to drink about a gallon a day, which is part of my health routine, which I talked about a little bit in one of my previous videos. And the girl who works there, Taylor, it's like 22-year-old kid. She was like kind of like a person there that I saw every now and then. She did a shift or whatever. Now, since the quarantine, she's the manager of the store. And she's like the one person, other than people I nod at when I'm riding my bike around, that I actually once a week speak to face to face, obviously with 6 feet between us, and we're both wearing masks. But she's okay, I'm okay. We ask each other how we're doing. Bullshit small talk pleasantries that I used to always say, things like, I hate small talk, and I still kind of do. But these are the little things that you're like, I really, in small doses, and with another, nice person, it's great. And you'll go out there, whether it's to the store, on your bike, take a walk, whatever you want to do, you'll see that not everyone out there is like a raving lunatic. There are people out there who are raving lunatics and are, eating Purell or eating toilet paper and being pieces of shit. A lot of people are being pieces of shit right now. And I don't want to make a political video, but powers that be are using this as an excuse to really fucking push this authoritarian, whatever you want to call it, grab, takeover. It's kind of crazy. Shit's crazy right now. However, shit's always crazy because we're crazy talking space monkeys, and it'll always be a little crazy. But if you get out here, you'll see it's not zombies. There's not rioters. We're gonna be okay. Considering, yes, people are sick. Yes, people died, and there's no, changing those things. But with some safety, with some common sense, just with the understanding and the acceptance of the situation, the acceptance of your anxiety, the acceptance of the surroundings, you'll be okay. Breathe deep, and like I said, the most important thing is just don't push yourself. Don't get in your car and drive 30 miles from your house if that's something that you know or has in the past made you triggered you into a panic attack, especially now. Don't get me wrong, I don't have agoraphobia at all. I definitely have social anxiety, a chronic anxiety of letting my mind kind of take the wheel, even though my mind is always taking the wheel. But you know what I mean. That amygdala part of the brain just completely takes over, and I get into a survival mode, and then all the rushing thoughts of what happens if this happens? Even on my bike, I'll be on streets that are 10 blocks from my house, and you'll see someone walking, or a group of kids, or another person on the bicycle, and my antennas go up. It's just something in an anxious person. I'm just always like, who, what do they want? But then they nod as they go by. Hey, or they say, good day, or whatever. It's not as bad. It's not saying bad things can't happen. There's not shitty people out there. There's not shitty situations. Most of that is out of your control, and accepting that is a big step. And again, just don't push yourself. Do something small. Take a walk out of your house and walk. If you're in the suburbs and you have a backyard, or if you're in the city and you have a backyard, wherever you have, walk around the backyard, and then walk around the front of your house, and then walk down your street. Get outside. Just get some fresh air. I mean, obviously, if you're living here in Long Island, it's raining today. Maybe not take a walk today, but tomorrow, the next day, just get out there, get some sunlight. It really makes a huge difference. I can't even express what it feels like, to be exercising on a bicycle, whatever that means. But the sun, the wind, you're smelling the flowers in the trees. You're actually experiencing the neighborhood at 5 to 10 miles per hour, however fast I think I might be going on a bicycle. It might be, I don't know. I don't have a speedometer, but it's not the same as just speeding down a main road. It's a lot different. Psychologically, it's a lot different, and it's calming. One, it's calming because it's slow. It's deliberate. You can't really be anxious because you're focusing on your breathing. your body's in motion. You're literally engaging another part of the brain. And what was I going to say? Yeah, exposure to sunlight. You're releasing the endorphins. I was going to say something else. Damn it. Trying to focus on the road and make a video. Probably not smart. I mean, obviously I'm hands-free, but I lost my train of thought. But I think you guys know what I'm getting out there. What point I was trying to make. It's just something small. A lot of people are out here because people, some people hadn't had the luxury of being able to not work and collect unemployment or work from home. Taking that into account, there have been people who've been out there the whole time. They're not getting sick. And I mean, I don't know. I haven't really spoken to a lot of people who have been out and about. But for the most part, I haven't heard any stories about people eating each other or mass amounts of like fist fights and kerfuffles. Yeah, there's some of that. It's happening, but and I'm not making light of it. Unfortunately, that's always going on. Again, crazy talking space monkeys. That's what we are. So be safe, be careful, but expand your surroundings a little bit, because it will positively affect your mental state 100%. Just like this little drive I took today. I drove 20 minutes to the fountain place. I'm there for maybe 20 minutes having a conversation, filling my water, buying some products that I use. It's not like an outing, but it's nice. I enjoy it a lot. I really, really enjoy it a lot. Just having a conversation with another human being who doesn't live inside my house or someone I'm talking to over their internet. It's weird. It's like I always was like that. I'm not, I don't just stand there and like not speak. But I feel like back in the 2 months ago or more, I would just sit there and like look at stuff on my phone, especially with a lot of people in the store. But now I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think going forward I'm going to do that. I think maybe this pandemic will, and maybe this is wishful thinking. Maybe it's just being like weirdly optimistic. But I think it will, even though we're using our mobile devices and our just social media in general a lot now, because it's one of the primary forms of like communications that we're able to use. I think when this is all over, it will bring things back to like analog, talking face to face a lot more, not passing up social things. I'm sure not for everybody. People with social anxiety are still gonna have to work through their things, and it's not like you have to force yourself to go to a concert with 10,000 people to make yourself feel better. But I mean, just in general, it's going to make a difference. It's going to be a different world altogether, and I think for the better. I really do. I really believe that. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it made sense. You related to it. If it did, let me know. If it didn't, let me know. Subscribe, of course. I'd very, very much appreciate that. You can watch all my videos here on YouTube. You can listen to me on Spotify, Anchor, iTunes. All the links will be below in the description. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you're doing. I really genuinely care. Like, how are you doing? If you're someone, and I mean this sincerely, sitting home watching this and not communicating with anyone and find yourself in like a dark hole of sorts, whether it's literally in a dark room in a corner just like scared shitless, reach out to me. You don't have to comment in the comments. My email's here. You can email me at theluniverse@gmail.com, or maybe it's just Luniverse. It's down in the description. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram and direct message me, and believe me, I will take time to chat with you. I mean, I'm not a doctor, can't really, and I'm not standing in the same room with you, but I mean, if you need to like speak to someone just to be like, hey, whatever, you could do that too. That door is open. But be safe, be well. I'll see you guys out there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.